Cantos 46 to 48 of Book 3 of the Ramayan of Valmiki, translated by Ralph D. Griffith. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Om123. Canto 46. The Guest. The angry Lakshman scarce could brook her bitter words, her furious look. With dark forebodings in his breast, to Rama's side he quickly pressed. Then ten-necked Ravan saw the time propitious for his purposed crime. A mendicant in guise he came, and stood before the mitral dame. His garb was red, with tufted hair, and sandaled feet a shade he bare. And from the fiend's left shoulder slung a staff and water vessel hung. Near to the lovely dame he drew, while both the chiefs were far from view. As darkness takes the evening air, when neither sun nor moon is there, he bent his eye upon the dame, a princess fair of spotless fame. So might some baleful planet be, near moon-forsaken Rohini. As the fierce tyrant nearer drew, the trees in Janastan that grew waved not a leaf for fear and woe, and the hushed wind forbore to blow. Godavari's waters as they fled saw his fierce eyeballs flashing red, and from each swiftly gliding wave a melancholy murmur gave. Then Ravan, when his eager eye beheld the longed-for moment nigh, in mendicant's apparel dressed, near to the mitral lady pressed. In holy guise a fiend avowed, he found her mourning for her lord. Thus threatening draws Sanichar nigh, till Chitra in the evening sky, thus the deep well by grass concealed, yawns treacherous in the verdant field. He stood and looked upon the dame of Rama, queen of spotless fame, with her bright teeth and each fair limb, like the full moon she seemed to him, sitting within her leafy cot, weeping for woe that left her not. Thus, while with joy his pulses beat, he saw her in her lone retreat, eyed like the lotus, fair to view, in silken robes of amber hue. Pierced to the core by Kama's dart, he murmured texts with lying art, and questioned with a soft address the lady in her loneliness. The fiend essayed with gentle speech the heart of that fair dame to reach. Pride of the worlds, like beauty's queen, without her darling lotus seen. O thou whose silken robes enfold a form more fair than finest gold, with lotus garland on thy head, like a sweet spring with bloom overspread. Who art thou, fair one? What thy name? Beauty or honor, fortune, fame? Spirit or nymph or queen of love, descended from thy home above? Bright as the dazzling jasmine shine thy small square teeth in level line, like two black stars aglow with light. Thine eyes are large and pure and bright. Thy charms of smile and teeth and hair, and winning eyes, O thou most fair, steal all my spirit as the flow of rivers minds the bank below. How bright, how fine each flowing tress, how firm those orbs beneath thy dress! That dainty waist with ease was spanned, sweet lady, by a lover's hand. Mine eyes, O beauty, never have seen goddess or nymph so fair of mien, or bright Gandharva's heavenly dame, or woman of so perfect frame. In youth's soft prime thy years are few, and art has not so fair to view. I marvel one like thee in face should make the earth's her dwelling place. Leave, lady, leave this lone retreat in forest wilds for thee unmeet, where giants fierce and strong assume all shapes and wonder in the gloom. These dainty feet were formed to tread some palace floor with carpet spread, or wander in dream gardens where each opening bud perfumes the air. The richest robe thy form should deck, the rarest gems adorn thy neck, the sweetest wreath should bind thy hair, the noblest lord thy bed should share. Art thou akin, O fair of form, to Rudras or the gods of storm, or to the glorious Vasus? How can less than these be bright as thou? But never nymph or heavenly maid or goddess haunts this gloomy shade. Here giants roam, a savage race. What led thee to so dire a place? Here monkeys leap from tree to tree, and bears and tigers wander free. Here ravening lions prowl and fell, hyenas in the thickets yell, and elephants infuriate roam, mighty and fierce, their woodland home. Dost thou not dread, so soft and fair, tiger and lion, wolf and bear? Hast thou, O beauteous dame, no fear in the wild wood so lone and drear? Whose and who art thou, whence and why, sweet lady, with no guardian nigh, dost thou this awful forest tread, by giant bands inhabited? The praise the high-souled Ravan spoke, no doubt within her bosom woke. His saintly look and Brahman guise deceived the lady's trusting eyes. With due attention on the guest, her hospitable rites she pressed. She bade the stranger to a seat, and gave him water for his feet. The bowl and water pot he bare, and garb which wandering Brahmans wear, forbade the doubt to rise. Warned by his holy look, she deemed the stranger even as he seemed to her deluded eyes. Intent on hospitable care, she brought her best of woodland fare, and showed her guest a seat. She bade the saintly stranger lave his feet in water which she gave, and sit and rest and eat. He kept his eager glances bent on her so kindly eloquent, wife of the noblest king, and longed in heart to steal her dance, preparing by the dire offence, death on his head to bring. The lady watched with anxious face for Rama coming from the chase, with Lakshman by his side, but nothing met her wandering glance, save the wild forest's green expanse, extending far and wide. Canto 47. Ravan's Wooing. As, clad in mendicant's disguise, he questioned us his destined prize, she to the seeming saintly man the story of her life began. My guest is he, she thought, and I, to escape his cause, must needs reply. Child of a noble sire I spring, from Janak, fair Videha's king. May every good be thine, my name is Sita, Rama's cherished dame. 12 winters with my lord I spent, most happily with sweet content, in the rich home of Raghu's line, and every earthly joy was mine. 12 pleasant years flew by, and then his peers advised the king of man, Rama my lord, to consecrate, joint ruler of his ancient state. But when the rites were scarce begun, to consecrate Ikshaku's son, the Queen Kaikeyi, honored dame, sought of her lord an ancient claim. Her plea of former service pressed, and made him grant her new request, to banish Rama to the wild, and consecrate instead her child. This double prayer on him, the best and truest king, she strongly pressed. Mine eyes in sleep I will not close, nor eat, nor drink, nor take repose. This very day my death shall bring, if Rama be anointed king. As thus she spake in envious ire, the aged king, my husband's sire, besought with fitting words, but she was cold and deaf to every plea. As yet my days are few, 18, the years of life that I have seen, and Rama, best of all alive, has passed of years 65. Rama the great and gentle, true, all region famed as pure and true, large-eyed and mighty-armed and tall, with tender heart that cares for all. But Dasarath led astray by woman's wile and passion's sway, by his strong love of her impelled, the consecrating rites withheld, when, hopeful of the promised grace, my Rama sought his father's face. The Queen Kaikeyi, ill at ease, spoke to my lord brief words like these: Hear, son of Raghu, hear from me the words thy father says to thee. I yield this day to Bharat's hand, free from all foes, this ancient land, fly from this home, no longer thine, and dwell in woods 5 years and 9. Live in the forest and maintain mine honour pure from falsehood's stain. Then Rama spoke, untouched by dread, Yea, it shall be as thou hast said, and answered, faithful to his vows, obeying Dasarath's spouse. The offered realm I would not take, but still keep true the words he spake. Thus, gentle Brahman, Rama still clung to his vow with firmest will, and valiant Lakshman, dear to fame, his brother by a younger dame, bold victor in the deadly fray, would follow Rama on his way. On sternest vows his heart was set, and he, a youthful anchoret, bound up in twisted coil his hair, and took the garb which hermits wear. Then with his bow to goddess he went forth with Rama and with me. By Queen Kaikeyi's art bereft, the kingdom and our home we left, and bound by stern religious vows, we sought the shade of forest boughs. Now, best of Brahmans, here we tread these pathless regions dark and dread. But come, refresh thy soul, and rest here for a while, an honoured guest, for he, my lord, will soon be here with fresh supply of woodland cheer, large store of venison of the buck, or some great boar his hand has struck. Meanwhile, O stranger, grant my prayer, thy name, thy race, thy birth declare, and why with no companion thou roamest in Dandak forest now? Thus questioned Sita, Rama's dame. Then fierce the stranger's answer came: Lord of the giant legions he, from whom celestial armies flee, the dread of hell and earth and sky, Ravan the Rakshas king am I. Now when thy gold-like form I view, arrayed in silks of amber hue, my love, O thou of perfect mould, for all my dames is dead and cold. 1,000 fairest women torn from many a land my home adorn. But come, loveliest lady, be the queen of every dame and me. My city Lanka, glorious town, looks from a mountain's forehead down, where ocean with his flash and foam beats madly on mine island home. With me, O Sita, shalt thou rove, delighted through each shady grove, nor shall thy happy breast retain fond memory of this life of pain. In gay attire, a glittering band, 5,000 maids shall round thee stand, and serve thee at thy beck and sign, if thou, fair Sita, wilt be mine. Then forth her noble passion broke, as does in turn the lady spoke. Me the wife of Rama, him, the lion lord with lion's limb, strong as the sea, firm as the rock, like Indra in the battle shock. The lord of each auspicious sign, the glory of his princely line, like some fair bold tree, strong and tall, the noblest and the best of all. Rama, the heir of happy fate, who keeps his word inviolate, lord of the lion gate, possessed of mighty arm and ample chest. Rama, the lion warrior, him, whose moon-bright face no fear can dim. Rama, his bridled passion's lord, the darling whom his sire adored. Me, the true and loving dame of Rama, prince of deathless fame. Me wouldst thou vainly woo and press, a jackal woo a lioness. Steal from the sun his glory, such thy hope, Lord Rama's wife, to touch. Ha! Thou hast seen the trees of gold, the sign which dying eyes behold, thus seeking, weary of thy life, to win the love of Rama's wife. Fool, wilt thou dare to rend away the famished lion's bleeding prey, or from the threatening jaws to take the fang of some envenomed snake? What wouldst thou shake with puny hand Mount Munda, towering over the land? Put poison to thy lips and think the deadly cup a harmless drink? With pointed needle touch thine eye, a razor to thy tongue apply? Who wouldst pollute with impious touch the wife whom Rama loves so much? Be round thy neck a millstone tied, and swim the sea from side to side, or raising both thy hands on high, pluck sun and moon from yonder sky. All let the kindled flame be pressed, wrapped in thy garment to thy breast. More wild the thought that seeks to win Rama's dear wife, who knows not sin. The fool who thinks with idle aim to gain the love of Rama's dame, with dark and desperate footing makes his way over points of iron stakes. As ocean to a bubbling spring, the lion to a fox, the king of all the birds that ply their wing to an ignoble crow. As gold to lead of little price, as to the drainings of the rice, the drink they quaff in paradise, the Amrit's heavenly flow. As sandal dust with perfume sweet is to the mire that soils our feet, a tiger to a cat, as the white swan is to the owl, the peacock to the waterfowl, an eagle to a bat, such is my lord compared with thee. And when with bow and arrows he, mighty as Indra's self, shall see his foeman armed to slay, thou that doomed, like the fly that sips the oil that on the altar drips, shalt cast the morsel from thy lips and lose thy half-won prey. Thus in high scorn the lady flung the biting arrows of her tongue, in bitter words that pierced and stung the rover of the night. She ceased, her gentle cheek grew pale, her loosened limbs began to fail, and like a plantain in the gale, she trembled with affright. He terrible as death stood nigh, and watched with fierce exulting eye the fear that shook her frame. To terrify the lady more, he counted all his triumphs over, proclaimed the titles that he bore, his pedigree and name. Canto 48. Raman's Speech. With knitted brow and furious eye, the stranger made his fierce reply. In me, O fairest dame, behold the brother of the king of gold, the lord of 10 necks, my title, named Ravan, for might and valor famed. Gods and Gandharva hosts I scare, snakes, spirits, birds that roam the air, fly from my coming, wild with fear, trembling like man when death is near. By Shravan once my brother wrought to ire, encountered me and fought, but yielding to superior might, fled from his home in sore affright. Lord of the man-drawn chariot steel, he dwells on famed Kailasha's hill. I made the vanquished king resign the glorious car which now is mine. Pushpak, the far renowned that flies, will guided through the bosom skies. Celestial hosts by Indra led, flee from my face disquieted. And where my dreaded feet appear, the wind is hushed, or breathless is fear. Wherever I stand, wherever I go, the troubled waters cease to flow. Each spellbound wave is mute and still, and the fierce sun himself is chill. Beyond the sea Malanka stands, filled with fierce forms and giant bands. A glorious city fair to see, as Indra's Amaravati. A towering height of solid wall, flashing afar, surrounds it all. Its golden courts enchant the sight, and gates aglow with ladulite. Steeds, elephants, and cars are there, and drums' loud music fills the air. Fair trees in lovely gardens grow, whose boughs with varied fruitage glow. Thou, beauteous queen, with me shalt dwell in halls that suit a princess well. Thy former fellows shall forget, nor think of women with regret. No earthly joy thy soul shall miss, and take its fill of heavenly bliss. Of mortal Rama think no more, whose terms of days will soon be over. King Dasarath looked in scorn on Rama, though the eldest born, sent to the woods the weakling fool, and set his darling son to rule. What, O thou large-eyed dame, hast thou to do with fallen Rama now? From home and kingdom forced to fly, a wretched hermit soon to die. Accept thy lover, nor refuse the giant king who fondly woos. Oh, listen, nor reject in scorn a heart by Karma's arrows torn. If thou refuse to hear my prayer, of grief and coming war be aware, for the sad fate did fall on thee, which came on hapless Urvashi. With her foot she chanced to touch Pururvas and sorrowed much. My little finger raised in fight were more than match for Rama's might. O fairest, bleed and happy be with him whom fortune sends to thee. Such were the words the giant said, and Sita's angry eyes were red. She answered in that lonely place, the monarch of the giant race. Art thou the brother of the Lord, of gold, by all the world adored, and sprung of that illustrious seed? Wouldst now attempt this evil deed? I tell thee, impious monarch, all the giants by thy sin will fall, whose reckless lord and king thou art, with foolish mind and lawless heart. Here one may hope to steal the wife of Indra and escape with life, but he who Rama's dame would tear from his loved side must needs despair. Yea, one may steal fair Sachi, dame of him who shoots the thunder flame, may live successful in his aim, and length of day may see. But hope, O giant king, in vain, though cups of amrit thou may drain, to shun the penalty and pain of wronging one like me. End of Cantos 46, 47, and 48.